Okay, we're back in the boatyard for another day. And we just finished sanding the whole blue boot stripe. We're just rinsing it all down so that we can start applying the primer. And then we can hopefully get a coat of that on today. But things just take so much longer. We've been here since this morning and classic, just takes a really long time.
We got masking tape. We're gonna mask up, and then tack cloth, get rid of the dust, and then we're gonna roll and tip and get the first coat of primer on for this boot stripe, and it will just be one step towards getting back in the water. So we are racing against the clock. We started we started priming our bottom paint, and it's looking so much better already. We can't do quite up to the line there because we got that stripe going, but just as we started, our neighbor came out and was like, you probably shouldn't be doing that right now, because the primer won't adhere to the hull as soon as there's humidity on it, and it's getting late and the humidity's coming, so hurry up. So we are racing as fast as we can to get this priming coat on. So first coat of primer, and the rudder still needs doing, and around the prop and where all these stands are, but feels good to have a first coat on. Feels like real progress.
Oh my gosh, did you pay for it?
No, not yet. I just asked them if we could test it, try it on for size.
Yeah?
It's gonna be pretty good for us.
Yeah?
Let's see.
Overall, it's been a pretty successful day. We have primed the boot stripe and most of the hull. Now we're gonna head back, take a shower and just chill out. We're staying on land with my godmother, which is really cool. So we've got like a bed and everything and don't have to stay in the dusty boatyard. So we thought we were gonna leave, but then we didn't.
Always time for one more boat project.
So we're fixing the fridge, trying to redo the insulation on the fridge door. We think it's just sucking in loads of air because the sealant on the door, or the gasket on the door, just isn't making contact.
Old and
It's really old.
hard.
That's what we're currently doing, and we just cracked open a beer.
Hopefully this is gonna solve a lot of problems. Because
Fingers crossed. We're going to do the test, so we're going to turn it off, let it defrost tonight, right?
yeah,
Because there's a big layer of snow,
on the holding plate.
and so we are going to wait for that all to melt and then start afresh tomorrow and see if it holds the cold but also isn't on all the time.
Yeah, no, exactly right. You pass me scissors.
Yep.
Scissors.
So we're about to go back home.
This is professional filming, if you ask me.
We're home.
Nice.
No way. We just got back to the boat and it's been raining and we came to check on how it's been doing because we didn't close the hatches, the portholes very well yesterday when we left. And you'll never believe it, but there's this conveniently placed bowl right here which has actually been catching all the drips.
That's just where the drips come down through the boat.
It's crazy, right?
Always just drips right through here if you've left the hatch open.
And the bowl just happens to be there and has caught all the water. We're genius without even knowing it.
Yeah, did it on purpose, really, actually.
Yeah, of course we did.
Although, like, purposely leave the window open and put a bowl there.
Check out this beauty.
We've replenished our stash. I don't feel like it was that long ago since we got the first shipment.
Oh, that's quite a long time ago.
6 months.
10 kilos again. Now I've got to store it. We'll never go hungry.
You know, If you were ditching into a life raft,
Put one of these in.
put them all.
All of them?
Well, yeah.
You only need enough for like, not that long.
You never know. An excuse to eat 10 kilos of peanut butter.
I think I'd be sick.
We really tried to blitz through the jobs as fast as we could. My parents also came to visit that week, so we put them to work and were able to make fast progress with the extra pairs of hands.
Another day in the boatyard. We are making slow progress. We have primed the prop yesterday and we did our first blue line. Didn't really know how to apply it. It was a bit of a stressful moment.
We didn't have the right roller. So all the little roller bits were coming off. I'm just sanding it back a little bit and getting rid of some of these imperfections.
We're starting to come together slowly. So it's Sunday and we just did a third coat on the bootstripe here. It looks okay, but we're wondering whether to do an extra coat. It's a little bit patchy in places, so we're going to do a fourth. But we were just a bit worried of it being too thick, and then with time and things in the water, it just kind of like coming away and then all coming off. So we just want to be careful that we don't do that. So we just need to make sure it's a really, really thin coat. Otherwise, we're calling it for the rest of the day. We're going to go for a walk in the mountains and just have a bit of a break and see the area, because we haven't done anything really too much yet, except be in the boatyard and go for drinks. And
I think maybe 3 more days.
Yeah.
Just now you have to wait for all the coats to dry, and pretty sure we're gonna do 1 more in here, and then wait for that to dry, tape it, and then do the primer here, and then 2 coats of antifouling.
It's just slow going, isn't it? Waiting in between the coats.
Yeah.
So let's go for a walk and have fun.
Yeah.
We drove up to a cute village in the hills called Berja. It felt really good to be exploring again and to see some culture and nature after having seen nothing but boatyard dirt since we arrived in Almerimar.
We just had the best tapas. They made us a veggie one. We've been really struggling since we've been in Spain to find veggie options. It's been really difficult, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We went to check out some archeological ruins not far away. This place is called Villa Vieja. It used to be a Roman settlement, so of course there's an amphitheatre, and it was later occupied by the Moors in the 11th century.
Wow.
These are all the greenhouses, but this whole area is really well known for growing vegetables.
The greenhouse of Europe, right?
In fact, you can see it from space. Just loads of white. It looks like snow from afar.
Fields of plastic.
After I said this, Lars really wanted to fact check whether you could actually see it from space, and it turns out you can.
You spend enough time in the Med and you realize that everything's been Roman and more at some point. And there's an amphitheater and some rocks. So
Classic Med.
yeah. Doesn't never get sold. This seems to be covered up.
They used to collect water here. So we've decided to go for a hike, and I'm not really dressed very appropriately for it. I'm wearing jeans and Birkenstocks, and everyone else is in trainers, but I obviously didn't get the memo. And I've got a piece of sap stuck under my toe, so every time I lift it up it's like sticking. Serves me right, I guess. So we have just done the final coat on the boot stripe, and now we're peeling off the it's all over me. We're peeling off the tape.
This is the most stressful moment.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't tape it straight, there's no going back. But it seems to be going alright. Our neighbor doesn't like the color.
Yeah, he said he thinks it's too dark. Ah well, haters gonna hate.
What are you up to?
Mixing the paint, the antifouling.
Second coat of antifouling?
Do we need a third as well or not?
No, just around the waterline.
So we've come to a botanical garden and we're about to head through to the magical garden.
This is a typical Andalusian style garden, which is strongly influenced by the Moorish aesthetic and philosophy. They create an incredible sense of abundance and harmony with hundreds of exotic flowers, plants, and fruit trees everywhere you look.
This is
like heaven.
one of the best ones I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's so dense. Just want to hang out here all day.
It's like really therapeutic. We've just been antifouling the boat and now we come to this. Coming here is like the perfect remedy. It's just incredible. It's like this little haven. You just want to stay here.
And this must be so much work to keep this between
There's only 2 of them.
2 people. It's huge. And it smells amazing. Don't fall in.
The water features in the form of ponds and fountains complete the feeling of being in an oasis.
So it really is.
This place couldn't have been more of a contrast to the boatyard. It was like our bodies were thirsty for nature, and our break here definitely filled our cup. You would never imagine a place like this to exist where it does. It's completely surrounded by plastic greenhouses. It really is a tiny oasis in the middle of the desert. They served us some homemade lemonade with mint from the garden, which was really the cherry on top.
Exciting moment about to happen here at Navika. These are our old cushions. And they might look okay, but it's like this plastified fake leather stuff, which is just horrible to sit on. So we've bought new cushions. The problem with this is in the winter it's just like cold and clammy and uncomfortable, and in the summer it's really sweaty. If you know, you know. Also the foam is really hard, and so you sit here for more than like 10 minutes and you get pretty uncomfortable. So we've got some new cushions coming, and I'm just filming the boat so we can contrast how the new stuff looks.
We're in love with the new boat. We haven't got the back cushions yet, but they're coming very soon. But it just makes it feel like a brand new boat. It's incredible.
What we can do is...
So our neighbor has got some use for our
yeah?
cushions.
There's so many.
No.
Oh, close. Well, we bought about half on the boat and half down.
Nice one. Nice one.
Just doing the final bit before we go back in the water tomorrow morning, which is to hook the hose back up to our new seacock, which is a good thing I remember to do because a lot of water would be going into the boat otherwise. So hopefully now after this we'll be able to make water whilst we're sailing. Reconnecting the hose that's over here, which then runs up to here through our main filter, which needs replacing, and over to the water maker. And now the through hole on the other side is like a scoop, so it'll scoop up water so we can make water underway. It's 7:30 in the morning and we are heading over to the boatyard. We're going back in the water this morning, and we're excited to have our home back and be able to live on the boat again.
They've just been waiting for us to arrive, really. Now we're gonna dump our stuff, get back off again. We're back in the water!
Nice.
I'm so happy.
That was so intense.
My adrenaline, I did not need a coffee this morning.
Yeah, Jesus. We arrived like 20 minutes ago. In 20 minutes, they come, lifted, we painted the bottom, we did a little bit of thing.
You did a mastic at the bow as well?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden we're back in.
Oh, but it does feel good. Like, no one can prep you for that feeling of being back in the water again.
I love it.
It's amazing.
I love it.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, bring it back on the boat.
We're waltzing in the other room. Give me all your love, give me all your love, give me all your love. Won't you give me all your love, give me all your love.
And just like that, we were back in the water. We were so happy to be back, but that wasn't going to be the end of the boat jobs just yet.
Good idea if you could